Welcome back, everybody, to the weekend show where I'll be doing technical analysis on overall stock market. So before we get started, please help this video get 150 likes on YouTube. That is greatly appreciated. And if you're new here, help us get to 10,000 subscribers by subscribing to the channel. Now, let's talk about the market, guys. Well, you can see Friday was a big green day, and now that we know that Trump is, not actually charging 145% tariff on chips, phones, computers, and some of the other stuff. Well, weekend, the market, US tech is up nearly 2%. It was up like 3%. And even Dow Jones is also up on that news. So, futures going to open green. And tomorrow morning, let's see how the market opens. And from there, I think we can go higher from here. Now, Friday, what happened in the market? We got Dow going up 1.56%, Nasdaq up 2%, S&P up almost 2%, and Russell also up 1.46%. Here's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500 on top. We got basic materials, energy, technology leading the way, and pretty much every sector in the green on Friday. Now, also, if you look at my screen, guys, fear and greed index still sitting right here at 13. Reading at 13, it was 4 right here, guys. So, market still has potential for more upside, and I know there is a lot of fear. People are talking about a crash last week, especially last week, just before the market opened. Over the weekend, I'm talking about last weekend, there was a lot of bear sentiment out there. People are talking about 1987, Black Monday and all that. And guess what? Market just took off. Yes, the market did go down, but did we actually stay down? I mean, look at SPY 480 to where we closed on Friday. So big, big move to the upside. Now, guys, if you want to support the channel and get daily expected moves, weekly expected moves, swing trade ideas, day trade ideas, Patreon support, live trading, all that, and you want to go and start making money in this market, definitely check out my link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into S&P 500. On SPY ETF, it was up actually 1.78%, nearly 2%. On Friday, got up to 536 from 520. Now, again, let's just go back and think about that. The market went down, some cases over 25%, nearly 30%, some cases going into bear market. And that's where a lot of people came and said, well, this is a crash. Market already down nearly 30%, over 20%. What else can happen? Especially on Trump's watch. All these things are happening. There is a reason because obviously anybody that is actually into politics, and you talk about Biden, even a lot of people that are in Congress, trading, insider trading. It happens. We cannot stop it. Nobody's gonna stop it. This is how it works. That does not mean that we cannot make money. Who cares? As long as you make money, right? Now, after that, big drop, in just a matter of few days, people got extremely, extremely bearish last weekend. And guess what, guys? When things are going down the hill and everybody's running for the door, that's when you go and buy. Now, you guys saw throughout the week, we made a killing buying the dip, no shorting. We did not short anything, only buying the dip. Now here I have 30-minute chart, and right on your screen we have a double bottom pattern right here. Yes, we have the double bottom. So now if you're long like us, your stop would be right here, guys. $480 no matter what. If you're long here, worst case scenario, you're gonna get out here, get stopped out at 480. But if you're long here from these levels, from double bottom, let's say you got long here at 490 or even 500, from your position where you got in, you're up over 30 bucks. And on that was what, Tuesday or Wednesday, you were pretty much up nearly $50 on your position. That rally, insane rally, nobody ever saw this before. Huge, huge monster rally. Even last week, over the weekend, I did put out a video that face ripper rally is coming, and we got that. And that rally continued on Friday. Now, why I actually have this 30-minute chart? We have this low down here, double bottom low, and from there we went higher, came back, retested this trend line, and this was pretty much, you can see, um, Thursday and Friday session pretty much just hitting this trend line and slowly going back up to the upside. There is a gap at 539, but it's a 30-minute chart, and you can see, I mean, I'm gonna take it off, but this is where people get it wrong. It's hitting this trend line as long as it's holding by the dip, and things are just pushing higher. Now, also, if we go back to the daily time frame, we have this downtrend intact from the top to the low right here last week, and we got right here at 548. There is a gap 555, and the trend line is also there. So this week, I think with that big expected move, I'll be posting later on tonight, Sunday night, there is going to be another big move. Now inflation is coming down, at least what they want, and it's heading down that way. So I think rate cuts are coming very soon. We might get three or four, maybe even more this year. With that being said, guys, things are looking bullish. You guys saw that weekend, Wall Street, things are up. So, depending on how we open tomorrow and in futures market, if we can get over this 535 level, then watch out for a move up to 543, maybe even 550 to this 20-day moving average, and then this gap comes into play. 555 over that, the big resistance will be here at 565. To the downside, there will be support now at 524, and you can see we came all the way down to 520, but went back up on Friday. So this is going to be a strong level to watch. Underneath that level, we might be pulling back all the way down to 510 and then flat 500 right here on S&P 500. On Triple Q was up 1.84%, so big rally on Friday from 440. You can see came all the way down to this blue line 5-day moving average, and there is support at 440. We found support. We did not make a new low from day before, and things are heading higher. So now the question here, guys, if we can get over this candle, it's going to be extremely bullish. If we get under this candle right here, which is a 414, 415, then new low might be coming. But again, with that hourly time frame, double bottom here, and so far things are looking good. But here on Triple Q, you can see right here, guys, the trend line sitting at 466, and the 20-day moving average, which is coming down, it's a negative slope. So if this thing comes up here at 466 to 467, that's going to be a strong resistance to break to the upside. But if that breaks, the next stop will be 478. To the downside, you can see there will be support at 449 underneath that level, and that was the previous all-time high, just so you know. And we can actually go back and check that here on this daily time frame. Previous all-time high 449 to 450, strong level of support to watch going into next week. Underneath that level, it can slide down to 440, and then from there it can go much lower. So I would not stay bull here if it's below 440 and heads down to like 420ish, which in that case it's not gonna be something that bulls wants to see at that point. On Dow Jones, it's up 1.57%. So Dow Jones up over 400, and that is definitely looking bullish. And you can see we came down all the way down to 392, really close to this support right here, 5-day moving average, and then things went back up over this previous day's high, and now it's sitting over 400. So now 400 and then critical level down here at 392. These two support levels to watch going into Monday's session. If we can stay over 400, the next stop 405, and then possibly taking over this candle, which is a 408, that should take us all the way back up to 416 to close this gap right here on Dow Jones. On IWM, it's up 1.46%. And once again, I want to talk about this monthly chart right here on IWM. Previous all-time high, then we got that pullback, consolidation. Again, we went higher. We got rejected, came back. That was COVID crash. We stayed on for 2 months, and then from there, guys, I mean, look at this move. Boom, brand new all-time highs, a lot of consolidation, and then finally back in 2022 we had that bear market. But the key point here, previous all-time high, again coming back up and retesting, getting that dump off, and then going back up. And now lots of consolidation here. Again, we came back this month and found support. So people get extremely bearish near the lows and they get bullish here at the top. That's not how you can make money in the market. As a matter of fact, we opened a really nice long position on IWM, and that is green, and I'm expecting more upside, at least in the short term. I think it can go up to 200. So IWM definitely was a dip to buy at 172 right here. If it gets lower, well, it's even better. But would I be, going and shorting this? Absolutely not. This is not a zone to go and short. We got high volume here and then big pop, up to almost 193 last week. And then you can see this hammer type candle and a lot of consolidation even Friday and going in the green and closing over 184. So 184, your key line in the sand for Monday session, and then 182. Below that, we could be pulling back down to 175. To the upside, IWM can break and hold 188, then watch out for the next move higher up to 193, and from there, this gap comes into play right under 198, 197 to close this gap here on IWM. On VIX, it was actually down nearly 8% on Friday, and I think there is more downside on VIX. Now, if you look at my screen, we had that bear flag consolidation right here, and then this thing actually did go down from there. This bear flag playing out, and now if you look at this daily time frame, guys, I mean, we're actually below the 5-day moving average, which is sitting at 42.24. So that's gonna be a resistance to watch. To the upside, we got inverted hammer right here on VIX on Friday. If this thing can only break over 42.24, then watch out for a move up to 48 to 51. If this thing does not get that breakout, the next critical support will be right down here, guys, at 30, and that's going to send this market even higher unless we get some really crazy news once again out of Trump. Then the market will likely to go down again. But everything is looking, at least in the short term, for a nice rally to the upside, and this rally can continue, a little bit more before we see some consolidation and maybe even a pullback. So quickly, I want to look at the bond market, and they're pretty much dumping the bond here. And you can see it's actually up 0.5% on Friday and pretty much coming down to these lows down here, guys. So it's getting really frothy to the downside. And this thing, I mean, we did get that breakout over daily 200 SMA. It did not hold. And now with all that selling, this thing just got decimated. So, if this thing can hold right here at 84, that might be a trade you want to take back up to the upside right here on TLT. Also, quickly want to look at gold, which is hitting another brand new all-time high. And look at this, how far this thing is away from this 50 SMA right here, guys. I mean, it's nowhere near 50 SMA. And then 200 SMA right here at 38. So GDX, we actually took a short position. I mean, this thing, I mean, look at this gap up here. 47.64 previous all-time high, and now closing at a brand new all-time high. So money definitely, yes, is going into these safety assets, but things are gonna pull back if the market is going higher. And the money that they got here on gold maybe coming out a little bit and then going into these big names, because some of these big names are down quite a bit. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated.